Whoa. So right now I'm gonna be walking you guys through how I make a song. Recently I have been doing my own vocals, and what I do is I write down things that have a lot of energy and things that I want to sing about, and also things that I want to hear when I'm in the club. So what I'm doing right now is writing down all the lyrics, and so I have like this little notebook and I have a bunch of like lyrics in here, and I'm just trying to see what's gonna give me inspiration. So I just got back from EDC and it's party city there basically. Some of the lyrics that I wrote was talking about partying, and then I have to kind of like say in my mind what rhymes with party. So so it doesn't really rhyme necessarily all together, but it's kind of like in the same realm, which is start. So like party and start and started. So the lyrics I wrote was, you know what I want, I came to party, and you know I'm just getting started. So those are my lyrics for the first part of my song. Okay, so anytime I am recording my own vocals, I do takes multiple times. And so this was takes from yesterday. Whenever I'm singing, I need to make sure that I have the kick drum going when I'm singing, because the kick drum to me is like my metronome in my mind. I need to make sure that I'm hitting on beat. And then, yeah, so these are like my vocals right here. So let's listen to what we got so far.
Just getting started. I'm just getting started. You know what? I came to party.
All right, so I like that, but let's see what else we got, because I did this like a few times.
And you know, I'm just getting started. You know what? I came to party. And you know, I'm just getting started. You know what? I came to party. And you know, I'm just getting started. Don't know if you'll be here tomorrow, but tonight I'm gonna get wild. I'm gonna get wild. I'm gonna get wild. Don't know if you'll be here tomorrow, but tonight I'm gonna get wild. I'm gonna get wild.
So I don't know if I like that one, so I'm gonna go down to this lane, and I'm just gonna pick apart what I think I like.
I'm just getting started. You know what I want? I want a party. You know what? I'm just getting started.
So I like this part, so I'm gonna crop that.
You know what I want? I want a party.
Okay, and then I also like this part right here.
I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started.
For like a little intro or something. Okay. And then I really like this kick that we're working with already. So I'm gonna move this kick up into my low end group up here. And so now I have my kick and my bass inside of its own little section here. And so what I did was I already made a bass line and found a preset inside of Serum that I like. Inside of the bass, I just did a little bit of side chaining here from the kick. And then, so back to the things that I like. So now I found these colors. So now I labeled everything with these colors here that I really like. And then I am taking these and I'm putting my vocals into like then I'm just copying this whole track here. Now I'm going to copy my vocals that I like. I'm going to get rid of what I don't like, but I'm keeping the original. You never know. I'm a little sloppy when I work in here. But yeah, so I'm just bringing in what I like over into the drop section, and we're not going to worry about all this stuff right here. these are like my vocal takes, and then this is like my actual vocals here that I'm going to be working with. So also prior to that, I added some compression, and then I added a de-esser, and then I altered my voice a little bit. So now this is the drop section. I already made a bass line, already found a preset I liked in Serum. I was working on adding in a clap. So I have the kick, and then I have my bass line here.
I'm just getting started.
Okay, and then I found a groove that I liked. This is literally from Splice. It's just a hi-hat groove loop.
I'm just getting started.
And I want to fill that out a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to add another hi-hat layer. Hat loop. That one sounds good.
I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started. You know, I came to party. You know what I want? I want a party. I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started.
Okay. So now I have like my little song idea going on. So this is pretty much my drums. I need a clap. I kind of just like to
I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started. I'm just getting
put
started.
some random
You know, I came to party.
drums in there, like randomly putting a clap and a groove in there until I figure out like what I like, because I want to focus more on my vocal arrangement and also what the synths are going to sound like in the drop. So, you know, these are things that I kind of just like will come back to at the end of the song. But for time's sake, right now I'm going to show you guys how I make my drops. So like, I already have this bass line already kind of pre-built. So I'm going to take this bass line section and I'm going to put that inside of like my synth section here. I'm going to take this and I'm going to take also my same preset that I had already from the bass section. So what I'm doing is, this is very low in octave. So what I'm going to do is I want to make this higher up to make this sound more like, to get rid of like the sub of the sound. And also I'm going to add an EQ on this sound because we don't want this to interfere with anything going on in the low end. So I'm literally just taking the same melody from my bass line and putting that in a higher octave up and making that a lead. So we're going to hear what that sounds like.
I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started.
Okay, so I kind of like that, but I'm not going to have all these notes up in here. So I'm going to have, and I'm going to probably build that out a little more. So I don't really like that tone. So I'm just going to add a little bit of reverb. I'm going to mess around with some of the features that make this sound a little different. Right. We can always come back to this sound. I don't like it as much, but we're going to come back to that. But this is the drop. Okay. And the reason why I have that little break in there, I don't want the full amount of the bass line playing as the lead because I want to make some room for my vocals to come in. So I like that. I'm just getting. I can hear it in my head. We're gonna make this go a little faster. Yes, that's why I am. I have to make this part go a little faster. So to do that, I like to bring down the BPM. Vocals don't really align, so what I have to do now is edit this very tediously. So I can't really figure that out. So what I'm gonna do is and now I have like a little bit of a drop going on. So yeah, this is how I start making a song. And then, yeah, after that, I'll add in some effects and I'll play around with this vocal for hours, and this probably will never come out. But, you know, it might live on my laptop forever. Who knows? But, yeah. I'm just getting started. I kind of like that. So, you know, these are my ideas. I'm just getting started. You know, I'm just getting. And then I'll rename this as started, and then this was I'm just getting. And this is kind of like, you know, how I would approach building out a song. And I really like the I'm just getting part. So.
I'm just getting.
And this would probably be, you know, a little bit of a drop here. And yeah.
I'm just getting.
Something like that, you know. This is how I go about making a song, getting my ideas down, and you know, seeing where this takes me. I will continue to like build out this song if I like it, and kind of tweak some things. But I hope you guys learned a little bit from this video, and I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight of how I go about making my own songs. So have a good day, guys. See you later.